All right, here we go. Back July 2012. Starting off with meditation. Pause right there. So we got Jolynn Houlihan and Anne. My God bless you both. So they're in their meditative mode. One's in Siddhasana with the heel on the floor. One's on Siddhasana with the toes between the calf. All right, then we move into Supta Baddha Konasana. Always love this one. Curling the toes to open up the bottoms of the feet, and then having the blocks on the inside of the legs to release the thighs so the groin can open. Always talking about opening up the groin, groinal effervescence, wasn't that our thing? That's Georgia. Right. Here, White Wolf is demonstrating a prone version of Hastapada 2 with bent leg, or you could say Gupta Virabhadrasana 2. It's really interesting the way you're going to open the legs and keep that wide sacrum while you open up the groin and the hip socket. Really nice job you're doing there. All right, then we go into the Suptapada series. Most of the time we give people resistance against the wall. You can see that straight leg, the extended leg into the wall. People don't push that. They don't get down to the floor. And then arm on top. You can see the different people. Some people grabbing the toe. Leg is further forward. You can see on Linda on the red. And the student with the blue shirt, you can see the back of the knees bent here. And then the student over here on the end with the white shirt has to use the belt to get some kind of stretch. But also notice we have the roll, an extra sticky mat roll right there at the pelvis so that it really tilts the buttock down and doesn't let the hip socket come up, but gives it some nice resistance. And then you can really press the opposite thigh into that and really feel resistance as well. It's a nice variation. Oh, continuing the cycle though, we'll take it from the top to the outside, Supta 2. And then here, again, the idea is not to tilt the pelvis. You can see one of the students, the feet against the wall. There's that space between the back of the bottom of the lower leg. And that's the way that student is losing that action. But we're still having that bolster. Notice the sticky mat across the pelvis up there in the top. Patty has it. Good job there. And then when we open out to the side like this, now Kathy is demonstrating Jatara Parivartanasana. Really important to shift those hips. And she's holding that wall rung. You can see that gives resistance, so when the legs go in the opposite direction, you can be pulling on that. Really gives you a nice twist. So here she is, and then you can see she gets a good extension on both legs. Eventually, we'd like her to extend her palm. But then she moves into Anantasana. She's doing a good job of pushing that bottom leg foot into the pillar, getting a nice openness there. Right? She's doing a good job in stretching that, opening the bottom armpit especially. A lot of length is lost right there between the bottom armpit and the bottom elbow. All right, everybody's looking on so attentively. Okay, good. And then there's Tom. God bless you, Tom. You were there for many years, Tom Dubeck. Really appreciate your presence. All right, then we move from Tadasana to Warrior 2. Notice we're using a block just below the knee joint of the front leg to stabilize the shin and give something to resist against, because so many people you can see have such a short stance they can't get all the way down to the 90-degree angle between front leg thigh and front leg shin. So this starts stabilizing, and they took the shot now, but obviously I would probably be hollering them to get those legs back and drop down further if you can, and then open up your chest. So Vera 2, and then from all the external rotation now, I'm sure we're going into triangle pose. There you go, Megan, showing the classic move with a belt from the hip socket to the back arch. And then this is a really good one here. It's Pravritta Trikonasana. Notice this sequence. But instead of turning away from anything into open space, you're turning into the wall and then using the resistance of the wall to create more rotation and upward movement. Now you can see have to also elongate the bottom ribs on the student in the black. Right. Challenging pose, but a very, very interesting angle to try Pravritta Trikonasana, no? All right, once we've done that, that was our standing poses, and now we bring it back to symmetrical position, Dandasana. And then we're doing that because we're doing a transit from Dandasana to Sirsasana to Dandasana and Sirsasana. So here I'm demonstrating with the Dandasana legs, okay, and I'm far enough away from the wall, but then we wanted to show how a student looks doing this. And so here's the student doing their Sirsasana prep, and they made the judgment against the wall, and here it is, getting the nice angle, right? Really good. I mean, we probably can't see from another angle, but the top of the knees would have to be stretched more and expanded from the back knee inside out. Nonetheless, doing a really good job. And then she extends the heel. See now, moves her a little bit further with the pelvis, but then she has to lift her shoulders more, right? And then take it into Viparita Karani as a transition. So again, easy to pose with a chin lock and headstand. Then you always do something with the chin slightly tucked, like in Shavasana, soft Jalandhara Bandha, you could almost say. So here's Viparita Karani. And then that's your class, unless you could do a Shavasana. Hope you enjoyed it.